Okay.
And if you think,
A lot of creative people. You can find it pretty entertaining.
Okay.
Release.
So interesting.
Why
On the other
didn't it
hand,
stop?
out of it, we hope to get
Now
some
it's
information.
still going.
And I'll announce the names of the people who worked on this. I'll reserve that. I'm going to remain nameless in the end. I'll see how the day goes. I'll ask them at the end of the day. They want their names up there. Okay, I think I'll turn it over to our quality tour guide.
Thanks, Frank. How's everybody this morning? Oh, boy. Just to make sure I knew where you were. I'd really like to thank the committee. You mentioned it was the Quacks committee. I forget what the acronym stands for, but this is brought to you by the Quacks. In particular, I'd also like to thank Frank for opening the
Aren't those the phones out of 2 ends or 1 N612?
Project leader, do you have a minute?
About 1 minute, no more.
We've got some serious software problems. We have bugs, incompatibilities, and we're not going to meet the testing schedule. What are we going to do?
Let me think about it, I'll have to get back to you.
project leader. Tienes un minuto.
30 seconds, that's all.
Oh, we have serious hardware problem. I ordered this, and it's incompatible with the unit. Look at that, it doesn't fit, it's too big. All the parts that came in are, don't work, or the manufacturer promised and didn't deliver, inconsistencies and everything. Oh, mess. Oh, and wait.
What we can do about it, I'll have to get back to you later. Hello, project leader?
Hello, this is your customer. Remember me? customer, had you only known about me. What am I here for? Glad you asked that. Let me talk about that. I just have a little presentation prepared for you. Let me see. Oh, we need a screen. Thanks, Prop Committee.
It's coming. It's in the mail.
Where was That's great.
Superhero needs his glasses. My presentation consists of 6 parts. I will start with a history of project planning. I will give you some examples of how this has worked in the past. We'll then break down some of the Now that you mention it, I think Dan Quayle had something to do with doing the stew graph. Hey, this one is. Oh, no, that's not the right stew graph either. That's Larry's. This the right stew graph? No. This one? No. Here we go. Here we go. Why are we here? We're here to define a project management process for your department and to recommend tools and methods to help that project management process. And let me introduce you to my merry band of warriors, my team.
So what can you do for us?
What can I do for you? Let me tell you what I can do for you. We can define a project management process. We're going to give you tools, templates, checklists. We're going to give you recommendations on software packages that you can use. Did you have a project plan? Nah, I bet you didn't. We're going to give you guidelines on how to write good project plans. Did you have a timeline? Of course you didn't. We're going to give you methods for estimating your resources, for planning for your contingencies. Did you all know what your critical path was? Of course you didn't know what your critical path was. You tripped over it.
Very funny. So how is this going to help me?
How is this going to help you? I'll tell you how this is going to help you. What if I do that? I do that. Superheroes is really very well. It's going to help you by protecting you from this. We're going to facilitate project planning and project management. We're going to ensure timely delivery of quality products to your customers.
Where have you been all this time?
Out in the hall, where do you think?
What can you do for us now?
Well, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a pal. Notice I'm Bell Labs superhero, right? I can't do anything without a view graph. Pal.
Now, I'm going to explain to you how the project management process fits into the overall big picture. Here we have big picture, bottom of it. We have on the top of this, and on the bottom, we have our project management process. As you can see, we fit right into the big picture. Okay?
But how do I know if I'm using this?
Well, you'll be given a pal to help you walk through the process.
I will leave the pal with you. In the meantime, I'm off to save another project. See you later!
Well, team, somehow we finish in
I don't know how he did it. It's more than I ever expected. How did you do it?
Well,
Oh, couple
couple
of pals
pals helped us out.
This is cause for celebration. Let's all go to lunch. On me.
Another job well done. Hey, pal?
Yeah. Why did they invite us to lunch?
See, Pete was very skeptical of all these quality issues. He had been through many before, all with good intentions. But he had to admit, this pal session was something silly, and he was eager to give it a try. But the night before the pal session, he had a bad dream. Same recurring bad dream he always had the night before any quality meeting. It was a visit to Dr. Deming's office.
Dr. Deming, are you in?
Just a minute, my boy. Almost finished.
I've come for my quality treatment, Dr. Deming.
Settle down, my dear. It's all over now for you. Albert Deming is my name. Mrs. Morgan is my name. See me now and believe me later. I'll you up with quality. Peter, it's been a long time since your last quality treatment. Have a seat.
Oh, thanks a lot.
You can call me Arnold. What's quality motto? Come in, quality motto. Did you bring them all?
Yes, they're all here, even your favorite ones. Yes, too thick.
Yeah. Very good. What? Myers?
Myers.
Chisel.
Yeah.
Good. And the drill.
Oh, goody. Wait, what about the scissors?
The nugget splitter.
The nugget splitter.
Yes, the nugget splitter. Okay, prepare the patient.
Yes.
With treatment.
Quality. What's that noise?
That's just a preparation, sir. Don't you worry. This is small. Since it's been so long since your last quality treatment, I'm really going to have to pump you up.
Suddenly, Peter woke up and realized it was all just a bad dream.
I don't know why I was having those dreams. Back in my house, there's really no Dr. Deming or Nurse Quasimodo. Oh, thank God. I know I have a calling meeting tomorrow. I just want to get some sleep. here for this bounce thing. Morning, everybody.
Morning.
I'm not sure what you guys do, but this is bothering me. So I'm all set. I know you like to fill out lots of forms, so I got papers. I know you like to write a lot, so I got pencils, I got pens, I got my calendar cleared through October, okay? And, you just go on.
You don't need any of that. We fill out the forms. You don't need pencil or paper. You just need to answer some questions about the project. Right? Let's explain a little about the session. Let's explain a little about the session.
And the PAL members began to explain to Peter how PAL works. A PAL session is made up of one member from each process team, one person representing the PACs and UCPs, the project leader, and optionally other project members. The session progresses with each of the process team representatives asking the project leader various high-level questions about the project to determine whether their processes or parts of applies. The result of the session is a list of recommendations which should be delivered back to the project within 1 week. Peter complies by answering all the questions, but remains slightly skeptical.
Well, thanks for the answers to our questions. You'll get our recommendations in 1 week.
Right, this has gone on for an hour already. We take a 5-minute break. These things tend to go on and on.
Take a break for the rest of the day. We're done.
What? We're done? A 1 hour following meeting session. We're done? I never did. Oh, I'm not doing it. I was never the following meeting so short.
He's fainted. That's the third project leader to faint in life.
Quick, get some water.
Sure.
I got some.
That's your spot.
What are we going to do?
Wait, I have these smelling salts from the other project leaders.
Uh-oh.
I know. He always carries these.
Remember? We're at a PALS meeting.
House.
And
Well, that 1 hour following session.
Oh, well. What else do we have?
Peter eventually recovered, and sure enough, 1 week later, he received his quality recommendations from the PAL team. He looked them over and discussed them with the project team members. Now it's time to discuss them with the supervisor.
Oh, come on in, Fred. Good to see you.
It's Peter Leader,
You sit over on Sea Island? I should get over there more often. How long have you worked for me?
It's 3 years already. It's Peter. I got the PAL's recommendations back, and I was wondering if you want to go through it.
Sure. Before we do that, though, since you worked with me for 3 years, instead of calling me Mr. Visor, just call me Super.
Super?
Okay. I reviewed some PAL's recommendations last week from another project, and I found them very interesting. They're very helpful. They do everything. They just do all the work for you, it looks like. The biggest problem they have, however, is that sometimes they have too many recommendations. So they can get carried away. Why don't we see what they provided for the D1 project? Do you have one?
Yep, I'm right here.
Peter and Super proceeded to discuss the PAL's recommendations. It turned out that, indeed, there were too many recommendations, and due to the project time constraints and other factors, they jointly decided to decline some of the recommendations, possibly use minimum labor use.
Okay, well, looks like, Fred, that leaves about 7 of the original 15 recommendations. I think it would be a great benefit to the customer, and it saves your project a lot of time, a lot of effort, in having to help make the recommendations. What do you think, Fred?
First, I think we see overall, but you're right, it did save the project a lot of time. Okay.
Well, that's the good news. The bad news is that you won't be needing 3 extra headcounts for this project if you're working on the quality.
That's okay, because say you're two, something will come in and notice.
Wasn't a big one,
No, you too. Well, I think your pals all sleep better.
Thank you, Fred.
Peter was right. He did start sleeping better. Instead of dreaming of Dr. Deming and Nurse Quality Moto, he could dream of the Caribbean island with warm sun, and cool breezes, and saltwater mist.
Discuss it seriously. And to run it, I'll introduce Don.
The people watching.
Spirit of quality improvement, the data analysis process team, who I'm representing here this afternoon, decided to use proven techniques and methods for the presentation here. And so the presentation will indeed be the ever effective and always loved Viewgraph presentation. And we'll also be using some, just to give you a highlight of what's coming in the Viewgraph, we'll also be using some other proven methods and techniques. For example, we have the patented Larry Murphy hide-it note. And in addition, we have the Doug Hutchinson reward process, the candy throw process, where I reach into this bag and I have to get the opportunity to throw something at you. If you get the wrong answer, however, this is another item that's been reused, a proven and effective tool for reuse. And finally, just a highlight of an additional reused item, the famous and effective, proven tool, and I'll give you just a glimpse of this, is the Larry Murphy Library of Computer-Generated Clip Art. So to proceed, if I can find the right view graph here, the data analysis process team members are shown on there. As you can see, it spans, this process spans 3 departments, if I counted right. 5 of the members are indeed from our department. There's something a little bit different about this process in that we organize it.
says, the Sweaty Time Tellers present Romeo and Julie Sweats. Not so many years ago, there lived a prophet full of woe. And like young projects of every day, he sought a process to guide his way. A process to tell him where to go. Our project's name was Romeo.
Good Romeo, I beg a word with thee.
Yes, my fond father. What words of redirection and customer needs would you have for me?
How old would thou be, my project?
Why, almost a month, old graybeard.
Then hast thou considered a process for your own? Thou art at the age where young processes think of such things.
Yes, but where shall I find her? Why, I am a read-only memory and can be programmed but once. I won't be written by just any process. I seek the perfect process, one that will be gentle and repeatable.
Oh, my silly idealistic project. Such processes are found only in fairy tales. Behold, I have lined up a few promising candidates for you to consider.
Hey there, tall, dark, and medieval. Who might he be, oh strange apparition?
Hey, they call me the hacker. We could make the big spike together. You and me. Ha, ha, ha.
Me, my philandering father, my sensitive nature can never operate with a process such as her.
So, too good for you, are you? Well, consider this next one. Let me introduce you to the fair maiden over the wall. I'd like you to meet my son, Romeo.
Alas, poor Dudax. Are too busy retiring and speaking.
My fickle father, this one is too flighty. Alas, I'm doomed never to be written to. Will I never find the right process? I'll have to resort to drastic measures.
You don't mean?
Yes, the Bell Labs News personnel ads.
3 miles of your project, 3 miles.
Meanwhile, in the next aisle, the mother of all processes is schooling her daughter.
Julie Sweat, are you going to mope around here the rest of your life? When are you going to get a project? Your mother processes would love to hear the patter of little granddaughter processing running through the halls.
Oh, dear process. It's just that a good project is hard to find these days. You can find a project that talks good talk about true quality, that mention the word commitment, and it's good live project. I'm looking for a nice, long-term, well-funded, sensible project.
Ticky. You forced me to the extremes. I've taken out a personal and the Bell Labs News for you. Listen to this. Young, single, process, committed to long-term relationship, seeking young, my accomplishments are that sweat is used by about 1/3 of the projects in the department.
Thank you, Mother Process, for exposing my deepest and most private feelings to the unwashed masses. If the day happened, the worthy project will hear the ad that is from his nerdy friends and will respond. I will await email for my dream project.
Week later.
Good news, daughter Process. I have received a reply to our ad. His name is Romeo, the son of the funding father. He'll be here at 6, so make haste and get thee to thy balcony.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Hark! What light through yonder window breaks? 'Tis the fair Julie Sweat. By the look of her, I'll bet all her sub-processes undefined. Oh, Julie Sweat, I have come many cross aisles to find you. And there are more defined, more repeatable, and more measurable than I dared to dream. Wilt thou take me to be thy project?
Oh, yes, yes. But first thou must answer me 3 questions. How do you feel about facial hair?
Well, I don't mind if you don't.
Do you mind pipe smoke? How do you measure compliance with the sweat process?
Well, I would use the tracking board in the F-files, and every day I would dutifully enter my MRs into MR Assist.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Thou art the project I've been waiting for. Is there a quality preacher in the house who can join us?
Well, I'm not a preacher, but I play one on TV. Romeo, take this process, we forward away, even when it means sliding memos.
I do.
To usually sweat, take this project to Kai or Bear to count his metrics and not hold them against him. I now pronounce you project and process.
The mission of the memo generation process is to help the department members produce excellent memos, ones that are highly readable, timely, concise, complete, and sent to the right people. The team accomplishes this mission through a detailed analysis and a continued improvement of the process, through the production of recommendations for authors, and through the promotion and support of software tools that help authors produce and distribute memos. Let me now tell you a story about the memo that almost went.
Not another one of these incomprehensible memos that's 3 months out of date.
Once upon a time, a department member developed a really great idea for a new project.
Still, these results look terrific. Why don't you write a memo on this?
I'll get on that right away. Well, I guess I
Voila, my draft is done. I'll just print it out for your review. Your review.
Do this right away, Sheila.
Thanks.
Now, let's see here. Oh, boy, telomeres. Oh, run on sentences. Oh, two very, no, she's as bad as never I think this needs just a little work, Sheila.
Author, I'll have to cite you for not following the minimum generation checklist.
Checklist?
You gotta make sure that you follow this again so that it doesn't happen again.
Checklist, oh my gosh. I know I have a checklist here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Checklist. I did the creation part, right? Here it is. I know the document type, the authors. I outlined it in my head. Created a draft. So where did I go wrong?
Pete, you should have used Expo for WWE.
Working too late, the terminal's talking to me now. Wow, look at all these spelling mistakes. I should have put all these tables as attachments. See, this is much better now. Your review again. See, I need a cover sheet too. I'll be back. I wonder if there's an easy way to create cover sheets.
Pete! Why don't you use DocGen or OdocSend?
I've heard of DocSend, but what's ODocSend?
I'm a dumb thing. OdocSend allows you to print the cover sheet on any printer, and it does not send a copy to IPS. Use DocSend all when you make the argument.
Well, I think this is much better now. I guess I'm done with this checklist. Let's pass this back for the peer review again. Now that's done. Can you review this again,
Now,
please?
see how you do.
Thanks.
Oh, boy, this is big too. This looks great, Russ.
Thanks. I guess I'll bring this to supervisor. Not show off this again.
This looks terrific, Sheila. Go ahead and issue this.
Great, thanks. Okay, I guess all I need now is the document number, and then I can print out a final copy. Let's see. Today's September the 11th. I guess the document number would be 51282921911-01IN.
Stop! You're not using that process again. You should be going to the secretary's office and using the number assigned document, number assigned document number assigned process.
Oh, that's real easy. See that clipboard in the back room? All you have to do is sign your name and get the next number in sequence. Oh, and by the way, give me a copy of your cover sheet so we can keep it for our records. I guess I have to print out my final copy and create my final cover sheet with my document number. Oh, and print it out using DocSend so the copy goes to ITBS.
Wait! You forgot your labels, the process!
What's happening there?
What are there?
Labels? How on earth do I make labels? Let's see, this memo from the memo generation team says CC2 language is post. But I have to distribute this memo to the whole department. Isn't there a better way to handle this? Let's see. Oh, here, Marie Customer maintains files and groups in the department. And even the center, and it's already labeled format. Great. I'll just copy the department file to my directory and just print it over my account. It's not so bad. Okay, got my labels. All set. Great, thanks. Just like Terry, I've got this memo ready for distribution. Great, I'll take care of that for you. Thank you. Let's see. Stuff in an envelope. Oh, she did her labels great. There you go, into the distribution process, out in the mail.
The memo now enters the mail delivery process.
sight and sound of the light. June, you will find this land with boundaries of that imagination. That the sight will stop ahead. You're not stopped. I think so.
Oh, I like these memos from 5.282, concise and timely.
More satisfied readers, the ease and speed of producing memos, and the base of consulting support for you memo authors. And we continue to look for more ways to improve your lives as an author. We'll be trying to ensure that the tools we support always work. We'll be evaluating state-of-the-art ways of viewing memos, and we'll be issuing updated recommendations and checklists to name a few things we're working on. Finally, a few credits are due for the preceding production of the memo that almost wasn't. In the order of appearance, the customer, supervisor, and peer reviewer were played by Rob Nunn. The author was played by Sheila Murphy. The memo was played by Ed Rojek. The memo police was played by LJ and Arabian. The terminal was played by Phil Malvin. Played by Carrie Linker. The story was written by Carrie, Sheila, and Ed. Any character in this production depicts living or deceased people and is purely coincidental. Finally, a reminder that the soundtrack for the memo that almost wasn't is available